history is full of mysteries. Lost civilizations, unsolved disappearances and battles that seem to have been erased from existence. But few stories are as perplexing as the case of the 9,000 samurai who vanished without a trace in 1585. There were no bodies, no survivors, no records explaining what happened. A fully equipped army simply marched into the Kii Peninsula and was never seen again. Was it a massacre, a betrayal, a natural disaster? Or did they fall victim to something beyond human understanding? The late 16th century was a time of chaos in Japan. The country had been locked in a brutal civil war for over 100 years, known as the Sengoku Jidai, the Warring States period. Rival warlords or daimyo fought to expand their territories, while samurai warriors swore loyalty to their lords, engaging in battles that would shape Japan's history. By 1585, one man was rising above the rest: Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a brilliant tactician and former peasant who had climbed the ranks to become the most powerful leader in Japan. He sought to unify the nation under his rule, but his enemies were not easily defeated. One of Hideyoshi's biggest challenges came from the Kii Peninsula, a mountainous and heavily forested region south of Kyoto. It was home to independent clans, rogue samurai, and powerful warrior monks known as the Negoro Shu. These monks were not only highly skilled in combat, but also experts in guerrilla warfare and gunpowder weapons. Determined to bring the Kii Peninsula under his control, Hideyoshi sent an army of 9,000 samurai into the region, but they never returned. The army, reportedly led by one of Hideyoshi's trusted generals, was well trained and heavily armed. Their mission was clear: advance into the Kii Peninsula, eliminate local resistance, and secure key fortresses. But as they moved deeper into the forests and mountain passes, something happened, something that would erase them from history. The last confirmed sighting of the army was near a heavily wooded area in what is now Wakayama Prefecture. After that, silence. Days passed, then weeks. No messengers returned, no reinforcements were called for. It was as if the entire force had been swallowed by the earth. When the army failed to report back, Hideyoshi sent scouts and reinforcements to search for them. What they found, or rather what they didn't find, only deepened the mystery. There were no battle sites, no bodies, no abandoned weapons. It was as if the samurai had ceased to exist. So what could have happened to 9,000 trained warriors? One theory suggests that the army fell victim to a devastating ambush by the Negoro Shu warrior monks or local warlords. The region's dense forests and mountainous terrain made it the perfect setting for guerrilla warfare. Perhaps the army was lured into a trap, surrounded, cut off, and wiped out before they could send for help. But if this were true, why were no bodies or weapons found? And why didn't Hideyoshi's spies report a victory claimed by his enemies? Japan is no stranger to natural disasters. Earthquakes, landslides and floods can strike without warning. Some believe the 9,000 samurai were caught in a sudden landslide or avalanche, buried beneath tons of rock and soil, forever hidden from history. But even in such a disaster, surely some remains or scattered artifacts would have surfaced over the centuries. Yet, nothing has ever been found. Another theory suggests betrayal. What if the samurai were secretly working for a rival warlord? What if they switched sides and disappeared into enemy ranks? If that were the case, why did no warlord take credit for acquiring 9,000 skilled warriors? And why would an entire army defect without leaving behind even a single deserter's account? Finally, we enter the realm of the paranormal. Some say the samurai encountered something not of this world, perhaps an ancient curse, a vengeful spirit, or even a portal to another realm. Japanese folklore is filled with stories of vanishing villages and places where people mysteriously disappear, never to be seen again. Could the 9,000 samurai have fallen victim to an unknown force beyond human comprehension? Even today, researchers and historians continue to investigate this mystery. Archaeological teams have searched the region, hoping to find mass graves, abandoned weapons, or any sign of the vanished army. So far, nothing conclusive has been discovered. The samurai remain lost to time, their fate still unknown. The case of the 9,000 missing samurai remains one of Japan's greatest unsolved mysteries. Were they ambushed, buried by nature, betrayed? Or did they meet a fate stranger than we can imagine? We may never know. But one thing is certain: the shadows of history still hold secrets waiting to be uncovered.